Hey everybody, welcome. It's Sean from Canadian Brew Channel, and I'm here with Steve.
Hey everyone, how's it going today?
And we are going to do a review on a Russian Imperial Stout that I did probably about 2 months ago. There's no video on me making it because I didn't start recording my brewing until then, until the last month or so. And yeah, this is a beer that you can age for 2 or 3 or 4 years. So the reason I did that is it's an experiment, I guess. I want to see how well these beers hold up. These are about 2 months old now, and these bottles, I can't remember the beer that I got these from, but it's a German brewery. I get them from the LCBO, which is Liquor Control Board of Ontario, and I love these bottles because they have the resealable caps. And I just think it's an easier way to go. It's more environmentally friendly and not throwing a bottle cap each time they do it. And I think they look really cool. I mean, look at this, right? Look at those labels. I can't remember the name of the label company off the top of my head. Maybe I'll put that in a little blurb down below. It's actually from New Zealand. I didn't know when I ordered them. And I think it adds a little bit of class to the beer. They're waterproof. Yeah. You can wash these over and over and over. And I think it was like $60. That's taxes in. That's delivered, I think, for 120 labels. So
very professional.
Very, very cool looking.
Yep, that looks awesome. So
if you're a stout fanatic or you like stouts,
I like stouts.
Steve, you like stouts?
Yep.
Let's try these out. All right. Oh, look at a nice little pop on that.
Yeah.
Pour these with a little bit of vigor to get a bit of a head on those, and we'll see how that looks. Oh, I overdid it. A little bit of, we won't say.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Coffee on that? There's a tiny bit of chocolate in there.
I mean, it almost looks like chocolate milk.
Yeah, it's pretty dark. This one, although the label says 11.5%, I got a little ahead of myself when I ordered those. I was hoping for that. I got about 9.5%. I call it a Russian Imperial Stout. It close to that. It could be almost like an oatmeal stout, but
smells wonderful.
I'm just getting into stouts. I really, I didn't drink a lot of stouts until I started making my own. Guinness, a lot of people like Guinness because that's probably the most well-known stout there is.
I believe it's the most widely sold beer in the world.
Yeah, wow. And Guinness is an Irish dry stout, so it doesn't have a sweetness to it really. It's not high. Most stouts are not highly hopped. They don't need to be because of the body they have. They're very malty flavored beer, like malt forward.
Yep.
And if you look at the head, I mean, I poured mine very vigorously. It sits for a long time.
It smells wonderful.
Cheers.
Oh,
Okay.
that is liquid gold.
And that is only just 2 months. So this is going to get better with age. It's got a nice, there's a chocolate to it, coffee, caramel.
All those aromas
There's an aroma in there that's, it's almost not caramel. It's more coffee, I think.
Yeah.
And I left it with, there's a sweetness to it because, like I said, I'm not big on dry stouts. This is more of like people like an oatmeal stout's more sweet.
That is really nice. Really nice.
You know, my father tried this. This is the second batch I've made this. I'll try and put this on the video if I can find the person who made this on online where I found the recipe and put their name they use online. Because I actually went back online and said this was a really good recipe, and he replied back and said thanks. It took him quite a few tries to make this beer, and it's very good.
Yeah, you've got that stout, that nice stout richness as it goes in your mouth, and that toffee chocolate flavor.
Stays on your tongue.
It doesn't, the center of the tongue really picks it up. The side of the tongue doesn't pick up the normal bitterness that you would get in the Guinness, right? In the Guinness, the side of your tongue picks up that sourness, that tartness.
Yep.
This goes smooth right down the center of your tongue, and then the aftertaste is just, it's there, and it's just a nice smooth cruise.
I'm sitting at a fire with a s'mores, because
oh yeah.
This the guy who made this recipe, and I gotta find his name or his username, because he says in his recipe not to screw it up by over hopping it, and he basically says in one of his lines, "Oh, hopheads," quote, "just urinate into the carboy." So he says if you're going to add more hops, you're going to ruin this beer. And hops are great when it comes to things like IPAs and different things. You want that bite to your tongue. But when it comes to a stout, I don't like it. I like a smooth stout that, like you said, the bitterness would go on the sides of your tongue, and you kind of will lose that flavor in the middle, which is the sweetness, and it's the smell of it altogether. It gives you that understanding of what I'm trying to do with this beer.
Good job.
What do you think? You like that?
Another good one, Sean.
So if I can get a brewery going, I'm just going to exclusively make this, and I'll call it Seamus, not Guinness.
Ah, that's really nice. Really, really nice.
So for anyone out there who's watching this, who's never brewed before, thinking about brewing, they're beginning to brew, here's a word of advice. I started out on the opposite side of where I should have. I wanted to make the beers that I thought everybody liked to drink, which is lagers, which if you're starting to do an all grain brewing, don't even start with lagers. That's really hard to do. And I thought I wanted to do these crisp and light beers. If you make a crisp light beer and you mess something up, you're going to smell it, you're going to taste it right away. You try a stout, you can make a few mistakes and you're going to be forgiven by the gods of the stout. You can cover it up. But I made my stout, it's probably my 50th or 60th brew, and I already knew what I was doing, so I think I did a pretty good job with the stout. But try doing things like stouts, red ales, things that are a little stronger, and you'll be feeling a little more happy with how you do as a brewer, and your friends will enjoy it. And then go off onto the tangent of the lighter beers like I did with my Kolsch that I've done with the Kolsch.
Yeah, it was a beautiful Kolsch.
Did a good job with.
But I have to say that Tsar Nicholas would be very proud of this Russian Imperial Stout. He would be.
There you go.
Very good.
So for today, this is my Russian Imperial Stout review, and I think it turned out pretty good, Steve.
Excellent.
And I think, you know what we're going to do is we're January 2017. January 2019. Okay, I've had too many stouts. January 2019, 2020. We're coming back.
We'll try this.
We're going to do the same beer.
Yeah. Yes.
And we'll link it in a video on the same playlist and see how it is.
That sounds like a plan.
It may turn into, I don't know what, but it might be like blowing us away. So we will be back.
I think it'll be good.
In 1 year. Cheers.
Cheers, everyone.
Thanks. It's Sean and Steve, Canadian Brew Channel. Have a good one. Cheers.
See ya.